I'm Becky Schultz with Power Progress Magazine, and I'm here with Michael Murry, Sales Director, and Joseph Birsdall, Senior Sales Executive, Southern United States, with the power generation business at Cummins. We are at the Cummins Seymour Engine Manufacturing Facility in Seymour, Indiana, to discuss the new S17 Centum generator set. Joining us is Ed Droger, Assistant to the CEO at Gaylor Electric, the first order customer of the S17 Centum. Gentlemen, let's start by discussing the genset's product design and capabilities. What sets the S17 Centum genset apart from other models in the product range?
Well, I think the most notable thing, Becky, is basically the size of the footprint. So within this model, which is a 1000 kW, we are using a 17-liter engine, where previously we used a 30-liter engine. That's allowed us to reduce the footprint size by about 30%. And may I add, in the previous model, so this model spans from 600 kW all the way up to 1000 kW. We used two engine platforms, a 23-liter and a 30-liter for those models. Now we're just using a 17-liter to encompass the entire models.
Excellent. Joseph, do you have anything that you'd like to add about this S17 Centum and what you see as being unique about it?
There's a lot of unique features to this genset. One of the differences between this model and our previous model is the factory integrated vertical discharge scoop. This not only shrinks the generator set overall footprint, but allows for generators to be packed more compact together, shooting hot air up vertically instead of horizontally like the previous model.
Excellent. Well, let's talk specifically now about the S17 engine, which is being produced here at this facility. What advantages does it provide in the genset application, and how is it able to deliver comparable power compared to the 30-liter engine that it's replacing?
It's a great question. So the S17 is taking the place of basically the 30-liter and the 23-liter. So the S17 is an inline 6 architecture. The previous model, the 30-liter, was a V12. So the size, the weight are considerably less on the S17. So this has allowed us to reduce the complexity of the engine, reduce the weight, and also the fluids, the filter sizes, all that is reduced to increase the total cost, or actually decrease the total cost of ownership for our customers.
Excellent. Is there anything that you'd like to say about what this means to the customers in terms of the change in engines?
Our customers typically have a long-standing relationship with us. They trust Cummins, they trust the brand. And I think that's really important when releasing a new product line. So I'm excited about this engine. I think our customers are excited as well.
Great. So now, before we talk more about the S17 Centum, Ed, I'd like to learn a bit about Gaylor Electric. Can you tell us a bit about the company and about the services it offers? I'm going to step over here by you.
Hello. Yes, we're one of the largest contractors in the country. We have over 4,000 employees. We run our own school systems in some locations, and I think we've graduated 600 people into the trade. That all makes us unique. But one of our cornerstones is following our customers around. And we have these trusted vendor partners. We call it a three-legged stool. We've got our supply chain, our employees, and our customers. If any one of those falls, the stool and company falls. So we put a very high value on relationships with our vendors, and we're very proud to be the first customer to purchase this. And we honor and really respect the partnership we have with gentlemen like you're interviewing here. They're very trusted.
You're talking... I'm sorry, I didn't...
No, they're very trusted in our organization.
Yeah, excellent. So you've talked a lot about the partnership. Can you talk specifically about what you're looking for in a partner relationship?
As with anything, you got to be able to communicate, and honesty is the best policy all the time. So many people in the sales world disappear when there's an issue, And the words of praise I got from our Nashville location, where these guys are always willing to come help us solve problems, that's very unique. Most people want to disappear when problems pop up, but they also have earned that respect.
Right. So obviously there must have been some reason that you were looking at the Centum, the S17 Centum. Can you talk about, were there specific needs or challenges that you were trying to solve, and how did this particular model fit those needs?
So many times in plan and spec work, the specification from an outside engineering firm dictates what we have to buy. In this case, we had a space requirement that we were having trouble finding. We employ over 100 engineers at our place, so we do a lot of our own design. Their solution, the size solution, was the primary driver, but we've already talked about an application today where the vertical exhaust will be a nice key feature as well.
Excellent.
Becky, I have a few points to add there. So the project itself, it's 3 generators operating in parallel. They will be in an N+1 redundant configuration. So they'll have 2 gens running full time and the 3rd gen ready to kick on. Adds extra redundancy for the facility. But all 3 real estate was extremely limited on the site, and all 3 had to be put in this location, spaced out with airflow, code, a lot of site-specific requirements that we were able to accomplish with these gens.
So really, the size reduction really made a tremendous difference.
In this case, it did.
Okay.
It did. In the greater Nashville area, it's really real estate is king, and so a lot of times you gotta play with what you're given, and that may be a very tight space, and you still need the same amount of airflow requirements running through the gen to get it running at 100%.
Great. So I'd like to go back and start talking a little bit more about the S17 Centum, specifically in terms of what other applications we might be able to see this particular size power range being utilized in, and does rental fit into that equation at all?
So given this is a 600 kW to a 1 meg, really we're going to see this across multiple different market segments. Commercial applications, small to medium hospitals, small data centers, and of course water, wastewater. All those where size is becoming more and more important will gravitate towards this.
Okay. So I guess the last thing I'd like to ask is, where is the S17 Centum being produced, and when might we see it in the hands of customers?
So the S17 the actual engine is being produced here in Seymour, Indiana. And the full launch will be taking place at the end of September this month. And we'll start shipping this out of our plant in Fridley, Minnesota in Q1 of 2026. So it's coming right around the corner.
Go ahead.
No, I may add that we're really excited that the S17 is being manufactured here. Our largest generator, which is the 95 liter, is also manufactured in Seymour.
And what an impressive looking product that is as well. So, gentlemen, this has been great. I appreciate you taking the time. Thank you so much. Product that is as well. So, gentlemen.